Alright, so YouTube made the big mistake of showing this shit to me on my personal account. So I'm gonna debunk it.
One of the ideas behind peacefulness in Antarctica is everybody has made a deal with these aliens for that alien tech, and anybody who gets out of line.
Dude, people go there, scientists go there to research. If he's talking about the Antarctic Treaty, I'll get into that later if he specifically mentions it, but people go there. You are allowed to sail there if you get the proper permits.
No more tech.
President Eisenhower allegedly had a meeting with some Nordic aliens.
Nazis.
Huh?
Oh, they're a Nordic alien who just escaped from
Allegedly.
Nordic Germany.
The fuck is Nordic Germany? Yeah, it must be pretty fucking high to fucking believe this shit.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm to hear more.
Spectrum surfer Mike Glazer. Just riding it. You know what I mean?
Fucking good, man.
Riding that spectrum.
And welcome back to another episode of High in the Sky, the podcast where we get high and ask why. Allegedly.
These guys are fucking morons.
Allegedly.
Right, because you have to put that in there. Let me just say this, though. I'm so excited about this episode. This is the episode I've been waiting on the entire season. You guys have no idea and thoughts that I have on this topic.
Oh yeah, we are not doing the whole hour of this video. But I'll debunk some of these, but I'm not doing the full hour. Because if I do the full hour, this video is gonna go for 5 hours. And I'm not doing that shit right now.
I can't wait to get in it. Today we're talking about the dark secrets of Antarctica. Okay, and it really should have been a twofer. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because there's so much that we're not even going to get a chance to get into. That is, Antarctica is.
Dude. He wants to do 2 hours of this shit? Wow.
It's mind-boggling to me.
It's all unknown.
It's mind-boggling to me that you have so much bullshit that you need 2 hours to get it all out.
It's so unknown.
Well, somebody knows it.
Antarctica is so weird, bro.
There we go.
Bro.
It is cold. That's literally it. It is cold. That's all it is, dude. It's not weird. It's just a cold, desolate place. And it's desolate because it's cold. Oh my god, really? An ad already?
Is a vast.
Fuck off.
Nobody owns it.
Has literally less than 2 minutes into this video and there's already a fucking ad.
Governing countries, right, who all kind of look out for it. Only people are allowed there are scientists in the military that provides protection or...
That's straight up not true. Civilians go there literally all the time. You can sail there on your own if you get the right permits. You don't even have to be supervised, dude.
Guidance or, setting those boundaries and enforcing those boundaries. I feel like, and this is just me, on my deep theory conspiracy shit, I think...
The other thing is that countries that haven't even signed the treaty are, civilians can just go there without even getting any permits. The only thing that... it's been a very long time since I've actually read the treaty, but, basically what it says is if you're from a country that has signed the treaty, you have to get permits to go there. You have to get permission from your government. And, like, the reason for that is because it is an untouched, unpolluted continent. They want to keep people from getting their grubby hands on it and ruining it. That is the reason for the Antarctic Treaty.
Antarctica is the alien base for a species that is
Literally the most baseless thing I've ever heard. Where are you getting aliens from?
way more powerful than us. And it's kind of like omnipotent.
Yeah.
Knows all, sees all, is everywhere. And so they're like, hey,
This guy's such a fucking moron. Where in the hell are you getting that from? Like, genuinely, what is your reason for thinking this other than just a random rabbit hole of that sheerly just started because, oh my god, they're stopping me from going to Antarctica? Like, dude, where are you getting literally any of this from?
hey, listen, you guys can come here, you can learn from us, you can learn and check out our technology, and you can adjust it to what you need it to figure out how it can work for you. You can't.
Then why don't we have omnipotent technology then? Why? If they have omnipotent technology and they're saying we can come and learn from them, why don't we have omnipotent technology? So stupid, dude.
Take anything from here, whether it be our vegetation, whether it be our technology, you can only study it. And if you ever try to play in my face, I will wipe out Earth.
Wow.
And I think that is because the reason I think that is because what other force could get multiple countries to work together and never go against each other or violate?
Literally the force of not wanting science to be hampered, dude. Literally the force of, hey, let's maybe not ruin this continent like we've ruined the rest of the world. Human decency, that's the force that's keeping them.
That treaty set in place. The only time we as humans have obeyed somebody like that is when they were an authority figure. We did it as parents, as children, but
This is so fucking stupid because he acts as if cooperation is not a thing that exists. People on the same level often cooperate with each other, dude. It doesn't need to be a person on top going, hey, play nice. There are people who cooperate with each other. NATO is a fucking an entire worldwide organization of countries working together.
with our parents,
Sure.
like there were other adults, but we were most afraid of our parents, right? Because they were the authority figure. We know that they could lay down the law if they wanted to. They were bigger, they were stronger, they had belts or whatever your punishment or discipline was. They had that. The only way humans would respect that treaty is if they knew that whoever set it in place was not to be trifled with. And
The power keeping that together is all of the other countries that signed the treaty. One country disobeys the treaty even though they've signed it, and then the rest of the countries come in and they fucking put down the banhammer. That's what a treaty is, dude. God, you're so fucking stupid.
the only way we would do that is if that being was way more powerful than us, which is why I think that nobody still knows anything about Antarctica except for the people that are allowed there. That's just my hot take on it.
Literally, absolutely no evidence for any of this.
It's a real hot take.
And I've thought so much about this. I am so fascinated with Antarctica. Everything.
Yeah, you've thought about it and you've made up your own fucking story. Doesn't make it true.
About it. How big it is. Almost 5 million square miles, right? and no one knows anything about it.
Yeah.
Like 90%, over 90% of Antarctica has not even been explored, right?
Because there's no need to. It's a desolate wasteland.
The facts that we're going to drop in here and theories that we're going to drop in here today, if you don't know about Antarctica, they're going to blow your mind. It's going to be one of your biggest and one of your most favorite conspiracy theories because there's so much wow and what the
It's one of my most disliked conspiracy theories. I'm just say that right now. It's up there with the flat Earth bullshit.
surrounding Antarctica.
Let me just stop you right there before you melt the ice caps.
I am
You're
over
sizzling,
here.
dude.
I am. My listen, the nipples is nippling right man, I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spitting hot fire, man. Exciting. It's exciting.
I love this.
It's great too
this.
because
Get
most
on
people are
with
like,
it.
"Oh, you mean that solidized nature preserve that no one knows about?" And you're like, "No. It's so much more."
It's so much more. I'm ready to just jump in. Can we just
Let's jump in.
Yes,
Let me just give like a quick
do.
rundown of like a couple theories, and we'll jump into all of them.
Yes.
Could be a Nazi base.
Yeah.
Could be a place where aliens reside.
Also that.
Could be a doorway into a tunnel down into the Earth's core. Could be a hollow Earth situation.
Could it be a hollow Earth?
No. None of those.
Situation.
All of which could also just all be true. It could be D, all of the above.
Yeah, could be Atlantis.
Could be Atlantis.
So
Dear Lord. It's like, why? Every time there's a conspiracy theory, it's Atlantis, dude. It's, oh god. Why? For fuck's sake. Where do you get Atlantis from when talking about Antarctica conspiracy theories?
excited about this episode, but before I even jump into it, because I'm jumping off the deep end, goddammit. Okay, as always, I want to remind you, do your own research, guys. Okay, we're not your teachers. What we're saying is not law. I mean, most of the I say is law, but still do your own research because we are just trying to point you in the right direction to help you know what questions to ask, why to. But do your own research.
Lead the way on
In
this expedition.
1959, in 1959, 12 different nations came together and was like, and this is that, mind you, this is including the U.S. And the USSR. And this they signed a treaty that the grounds that were accessible to each country would only be used for scientific research, and that the results of that research had to be shared with everyone. That's another thing.
Yeah, because we want it to actually stay as it is so we can test things there. Because you can't fucking test, like the nature in a fucking metropolis, dude. You can't test nature in a metropolis. That's as simple as it is. We're leaving it untouched so we can, actually, figure shit out about it.
I think that the aliens set the treaty and are enforcing it, and the humans are afraid of them. And remember, this is in 1959, so this is right after the war.
Our hotel is the best in the world. At the end of the week, you will be an...
Yeah, it's during the time that people realized that science is powerful. Because we dropped the sun on Japan.
Imagine going to war with a country. I mean, and we beefing bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. And then we both show up at this other country that we can't own, but we're trying to, and then being told that we have to be in this treaty together. And if we find out anything, we got to share it with each other.
Nobody wants it because it's a desolate wasteland. Why do you think Antarctica has not been fucking, colonized before? It's not because of aliens stopping people from colonizing it. It's because it's a desolate wasteland where nobody wants to fucking live.
That's aliens, man. It's aliens. You're not gonna sit up
Nope.
here and tell me that can't, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. Also, no country can establish a military base there.
Correct.
Right? So
Yeah, because we don't want it to be ruined.
it can't be
Oh,
an
there goes my
ally
phone.
to
It's
to a certain
updating.
degree.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have like people set up for a long time. I would imagine they rotate, but we also don't have all the information on the military personnel that is there that's enforcing these rules. But no one is allowed to detonate nuclear bombs or dispose of nuclear waste.
Once again, don't want to ruin it. Pretty much ruins the continent if people start, like, testing nuclear warheads there.
In Antarctica as well.
I mean, that one's good because it is like 80% of the Earth's ice.
Yeah, the ice caps.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about real runoff, you got that nuclear sludge starting in an ice cap, and that's going to permeate the whole rest of the world from the top down. You want to talk about trickle down nuclear waste? That's going to go up here, a little bit of melt. Shoop, 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 shoop.
I don't think you understand where Antarctica is, dude. I don't think you understand how gravity works either.
Shoop, and then it's like all over our ocean floors.
Yeah, all bad, killing the fish, up the salmon, turning them purple. That'd be weird.
That would be crazy weird.
That'd be crazy as hell. Okay. Let me calm down, collect my composure. Couple fun facts about Antarctica. Little origin, if you will. Antarctica was only discovered in 1820, which makes it younger than the United States.
Doesn't mean people haven't sailed there and discovered it before and just turned around because it's a desolate fucking wasteland.
Which is crazy because the United States is young as hell compared to like the rest of the countries.
Interesting.
Nearly 98% of Antarctica, the ground is ice. Right, that's roughly 90% of.
It's called permafrost.
The world's ice. All of it's coming from Antarctica. Big A dog. Antarctica is more than 5 million square miles, but has no permanent residence. None.
I'm everywhere.
Nobody getting.
Do you understand how fucking cold Antarctica is? Has no permanent residence because nobody wants to live there.
Mail in this P.O. box for all you.
No one's allowed to have Prime? No Amazon Prime?
Nah.
Wow.
It's not. You got to go to the hub. It's a Prime hub there. You get sent to, but nobody has a permanent address there.
Yeah.
We not rocking with that. Also, this is one of the most interesting facts to me. There's no time zone in Antarctica. None. Okay, because it's at the base of the world, and Antarctica has 2 active volcanoes.
Okay, he did a really shit job of explaining that. So I'm gonna explain it. The reason why Antarctica doesn't have a time zone is because it would be absolutely useless to, like, dictate a time zone there, because the sun is... So, the Earth, take the North and South Pole, make a line, right? A line that goes through the Earth from the North and South Pole. Take that, make it a ray, and the sun, where the sun is, take the sun and then make a ray from the core of the Earth to the sun. What you'd end up with, if you looked at only those 2 lines, is it would be a line, it would be a shape that looks like a T, right? A capital T. Means that they're perpendicular. What that also means is that the light from the sun is shining on both the North and the South Pole perpetually, right? And so, and the thing is that, yeah, you could have time zones for, like, closer, like, on lower latitudes of Antarctica, but the time zone would change so fast that you could walk around like if you were to move around Antarctica, like you'd be going through time zones super quick, right? So let's Antarctica, highest latitude, or no, lowest latitude. Oh, I forgot a space there. Lowest latitude. Lowest latitude. How big, or how many miles around? Around the continent is approximately 33,000 miles. But the thing is that there would be constant sunlight for, like, most of the time there. Like, the further you go south, the more, like, constant the sun's light is. So, a 24-hour, like, time schedule doesn't really matter because, like, the further you go south, the more light there's going to be. So it's like constant. And the further you go south, the less distance you have to travel to go between time zones as well.
And the stream from those create tunnels, underground tunnels, and caves.
Wait.
Which might
Where the fuck?
time zone in Antarctica? None. Okay, because it's at the base of the world, and Antarctica has two active volcanoes, and the stream from those create tunnels, underground tunnels, and caves,
Okay.
which might reach a temperature of 77 degrees.
I'm gonna check my pockets because I'd like to throw a flag on that play.
I would love to. Come on.
There can't be volcanoes in Antarctica. Antarctica is all ice, so a volcano would melt all.
Oh my god, this guy's he doesn't understand the difference between Antarctica and the Arctic. He doesn't understand the difference between Antarctica and the Arctic. The Arctic, the North Pole, is all ice. There's no land there. But in Antarctica, there is an actual continent there, right? There is an actual continent underneath all of the ice. And if he talks about tropical seeds, remember this. The continent that is Antarctica used to be at a much lower latitude. Lower because it's in the southern hemisphere. Lower latitude means north, right? Lower latitude means north because it's in the southern hemisphere. So the Antarctic continent used to be at a much northern place. It used to be near the equator, which is why there are fossils, not living tropical seeds, but fossilized tropical seeds underneath in all of the permafrost. Maybe underneath.
All that ice. How are you telling me that there is all ice and there is all fire in Antarctica? That is
That's so fucking stupid. It's like an elementary level of understanding of how ice and lava work. It's like this dude watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and decided that that was how ice and fire worked. It's not how that works. There are volcanoes in Antarctica because volcanoes happen where there are lava spots and where there are like lines. There are tectonic lines, like the lines in between tectonic plates. So what happens is, oh god, give me a second. Remembering my high school environmental science. Alright, tectonic plates, volcanoes on, oh fuck, the plates that are continents, the plates that are not underwater. It happens when mountains happen when they brush up against each other. Volcanoes happen when a underwater tectonic plate subducts under a land, oh, fuck, I forget the technical term for it, but a tectonic plate that has land atop it subducts under those, which means basically the underwater tectonic plate will just go under the continental, there we go, the continental tectonic plate, and then it will go so low that it becomes lava, right? Because the further you go down into the earth, it gets hotter, so it gets so hot that the rock that is the oceanic, I think that's the term for it, that the oceanic tectonic plate melts and becomes lava, and then it will rise to the surface, and it bursts through the continental tectonic plate. That's how that works. Or one of the ways. It is one of the ways that that works.
Crazy, if true fact. Is that true?
Here's the thing.
There's volcanoes in
Yes,
Antarctica?
there's 2 active volcanoes in Antarctica. Now, the thing is, you have to remember, just because something is active doesn't mean that it has to erupt. It just means
Yeah,
that
I'm
it is.
sexually active, but 12 years.
I fucking hate that actually makes sense as an analogy for this. Also, 12 years of not having sex is not sexually active. That is not sexually active, dude. That means you are barely not a virgin.
2 active
Wow.
volcanoes in Antarctica.
Uh-huh.
Okay, just
What he means, in how he explained in a really stupid way, is just because a volcano is active does not mean it is currently erupting.
So
just live with
wild,
that.
man.
But because it's not erupting doesn't mean it's not active. And as I said, that the steam from those create the tunnels, the underground tunnels and caves that have the temperatures that can get up to 77 degrees.
Yeah.
So that's where that heat is going, and it is melting some of the ice, but not all of it. But it is creating those underground caves and tunnels.
That's so incredible.
It's amazing, man.
That's
And
so
Antarctica,
incredible.
bro, I'm telling you, man, you're going to around and find the secrets of life in Antarctica.
How do conspiracy theorists go from actual natural wonder to it must be aliens and it must be the secret of life? It's just they take something that is true and then they stretch it so far until it's not. It's really aggravating.
But
no way
also,
around it.
can I share a fun fact that I just learned from you?
Please.
I thought Antarctica was up here.
Mm-mm.
I thought it was at the top of our globe. It's at the bottom.
It's at the bottom.
I didn't know that. And that's just something I just felt like I should reveal. I thought the North Pole was Antarctica.
No, it's the South Pole.
It's not?
I don't think so.
Man, do not smoke weed with me. I will turn you inside out and upside down. You will have a terrible time at your next
It sounds to me like he's just this stupid without the weed.
dinner party trying to like share a fact that you learned recently. Oh, did you know the North Pole is Antarctica? I really thought.
What EMF does, it starts to increase the amount of high beta and gamma that your brain's generating.
I really.
That's good. 10 minutes. 10 minutes apart. The ads are 10 minutes apart. That's good.
Thought because it's so famous. They're both so famous.
Yeah,
I thought they were one and the same.
Yeah.
All right. So that's another fun fact. It's under.
Yes. Before we go on, people at home, our beautiful, beautiful family at home, questioning everything as you should. I would love for you guys to comment right now your favorite fun fact or your favorite little known
He questions everything but his own assumptions, which is fucking ridiculous.
fact about Antarctica if you have one. If you're excited about Antarctica, if you know stuff about Antarctica, or if this is all news to you, please put it in there. And if this is news to you, oh my gosh, you're gonna love this episode so much. I hope that my energy is permeating through these cameras and you're feeling all of it because I'm going to address we're going to address some of the top conspiracy theories around Antarctica. And one of them is that the caves in Antarctica are actually Nazi hideouts.
Yep.
And that's where when the war was in the roughest parts, they sent some soldiers away and
I don't think you understand how hot steam is. Steam burns are one hell of a thing. If these caves are made by steam from volcanic activity, how are these people surviving here? Right? How are these people surviving here?
they've been chilling there ever since. So
I mean, it's a good place for Nazis to hide out. We are a desert people. We don't like to be.
Did he just say that he's a Nazi? He said, wait.
Some soldiers away, and they've been chilling there ever since. So
I mean, it's a good place for Nazis to hide out. We are a desert people. We don't like to be cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you went up there into the tundra, we'd be like,
yeah.
Is he talking about humans or Nazis when he says we are a desert people? Because he phrased that so poorly, I'm not sure if he is admitting to be a human or admitting to be a Nazi.
Yeah. We're gonna wait till they get to this part, and then we're gonna fire some stuff over, but we can't go over.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
Antarctica is normally negative 71 degrees. That's like the
Exactly. Why the fuck would anybody want to colonize that place?
average temperature. Negative 71 degrees.
I can't with that. Like, I won't even do the ice bucket challenge. I won't do an ice bath. I can't deal with negative. It's hard for me to actually like comprehend that in my
This guy clearly lives fairly close to the equator.
mind's eye how cold that really is. I'm such a hot, like, I like to burn my skin off in the shower. Like I like being warm, toasty, cozy all the time.
I feel that.
You know, and so I can't even comprehend negative 71.
Negative 71.
What is that? What's boiling? Like, I bet you throw boiling water, I bet it freeze.
Immediately.
Right?
Immediately.
Man,
no
that's
chance.
Wild.
No chance. I don't know the numbers and the time, but I know like going outside without a jacket on like that is almost guaranteed frostbite and death.
Yeah.
Right? And Antarctica,
Even going outside with all of the layers that they do when they're in Antarctica, it still doesn't guarantee you won't get frostbite.
It could be -71, it could be 0, it could be -20. Whatever it is, it's too cold for me. Okay. I'm not trying to just be walking through there or, doing any type of exploring. I need to be suited up and I need to be in the vehicle.
Absolutely. What's your room temp? Like, what's your temp at your place?
About 68, 69.
68.
And
Classic.
always.
Classic.
Can't
number.
go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, fine. Because I remember reading some facts about Everest, and like you can only stay out there without a jacket on or something like that for like 3 minutes before your body like shuts down on you. Yeah.
What about with a tauntaun wrapped around you from Star Wars?
Yeah, that I don't know.
You don't know the timetable on that?
Yeah, I don't know the timetable. I can't validate in it, but you should definitely look that up.
I'll look that
Fact
up.
check that.
Probably 7 minutes.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
But yeah, let's get into. I don't want to like strong arm this episode.
By all means, buddy, because like as soon as we like sat down, you were like, "Can we start? Can we start?" So like,
Alright.
like go off. Because
It sounds
did the
like
Nazis
dinner
escape there?
may be
Possibly,
done.
Probably, actually, yes, they did.
I am literally in the middle of the video.
Everyone is like, "No, Hitler died in that bunker," and tough to say. Tough to say.
We don't know for sure.
There's like a
Like
lot.
I
Of,
was
we'll
saying,
get into Operation
dinner
High Jump,
sounds like
and,
it's nearly
how all
done.
those things
She said
connect
not
and
mine
how
yet.
the Nazis connect to that. So I do believe.
Let's pause that. I think this is a good place to leave off the video. I gave some information, I debunked some information. I think that's good. I usually try to go for an hour for my videos, but I picked a bad time to do a video. So, subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe if you keep coming back. If this is your first time, I do not give a shit.